sat phone system is going to allow us to more effectively communicate with air traffic control. When we're out in the middle of the ocean flying into a hurricane, we have many times we have a tough time communicating with the air traffic control agencies because we're down low in the atmosphere. We're not up high like a commercial airliner. So the sat phone system will allow the air traffic control guys to call us, and we can call them, and we can much more effectively communicate the needs that we have in order to collect this important weather data that we're getting when we're out in a hurricane. So about 5 years ago, we identified the need since we were having problems communicating, and we identified the need for these systems, and the approval process goes up through our headquarters, up to the Air Force, has to get budgeted for. So it takes, 5 years from when you initially start to when you finally get equipment on hand. So we started this project 5 years ago. It was
soft now.
We started this project 5 years ago, and it was ultimately funded recently. And now we have the contractor that's installing the equipment on the airplane. So it's not unusual, though, to take 5 to 10 years for equipment to go from knowing the need to actually having it. That's typically the way things normally work. Yeah, so our first airplane had this equipment installed in it back in the late fall and during the winter, and that was flight tested. The current schedule is for these systems to be installed starting in April, and then by the early part of the hurricane season, the majority of our fleet should be outfitted with these systems to allow us to communicate better.